sports fans, thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. And here we can check out the story for Jason Tatum.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm. Just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then there's George, and it's Bona in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. For 3, Maxey. Queta pulls it in. Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Well, Richard, the Sixers with a lot of money tied up in Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid.
Ooh, that's not a lot of flexibility. They need those guys to be healthy and contributing. The talent is there, but it also has to be about the availability.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I wondered what Coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, Coach Joe, going on to say we'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so Coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Maxey finds George, and he makes it.
Oh, you're going to have to do more than that to stop George. He is good at brushing off that light contact.
Pass to Brown. Back to White. Stolen. To the middle. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And finished off by Tatum.
Tatum just has too much bounce right there. Better be careful. You're trying to stop that.
Here's Maxey. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Sam Hauser.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line.
And Brown with the stuff.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim. Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
And the jam by Brown.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Here's Edgecombe. An aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Here's Queta. Left side, White. Pass to Queta. Hauser with it. Working on George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
And the 76ers making a change here. Grimes has checked in.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. White against Maxey. Here's Barlow. It's intercepted. And Boston pushing it up now. Here's Tatum. Finished off the break. Tatum's got 8.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And here we have the leading defensive teams in the league after the All-Star break. Number 1, Boston.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
It's Grimes on the wing. Pass to Barlow. Philadelphia moving it around. White with the steal. On the wing, Tatum. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And the jam by George.
Oh, don't do him like that, PG.
Celtics lead by 5. Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Hauser. With some arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
Now here's Tatum. Give him 8 points now. Launches the 3. Barlow grabs a miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Passes to George. Shot clock at 5. But the layup's off the mark. Celtics lead by 5. Pass to White. It's Brown on the wing. Driving in. And the jam by Brown.
That's you on defense there. You can't give Brown this much room for takeoff or it's going to be a problem.
76ers trail by 7. And Maxey, here we go. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has been everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Kicks it to George. Let's go with a 3. Tatum pulls it in. Boston on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tatum's got 10.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Pass to Barlow. It's George on the wing. No good with the triple. Celtics lead by 9. Right side Tatum. And here's White. Left side, Brown. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
George passes to Maxey. Spins. Boston pulls it in, and this team has been unstoppable away from their own arena. Up there with some of the best road teams we've ever seen.
No question about that. It's hard enough to win in this league with the parity, but to do it away from your home floor and home fans, that's something to be proud of.
To the inside, the steal. Now here's Brown. Defense is right there. The kick out to White. Pass to Brown. Philadelphia grabs the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Maxey. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Tatum.
Watching Tyrese Maxey grow as a player has been special. He's constantly adding new wrinkles to the game, improving his skill set on both sides of the ball.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Vucevic, he's checked in for Queta. Walsh comes in for Tatum. And Pritchard is subbed in for Hauser. Now here's Brown. Give him 8 points now. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pritchard against Maxey.
Maxi's
got 7 points in the game.
Nice work on the interior. Maxey looks so composed amongst those trees.
Outside, Brown. Driving inside, and it's Bona with a rebound. 76ers trail by 8. Maxey with it. Pritchard picks him up. George outside. Maxey against Pritchard. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. And he converts the layup. 9 points in the game.
So tenacious. Maxey finds a way through.
Boston leading by 6. Now Brown. He's got 10. Out to the wing.
Yeah, but then it's soft.
Here's Walsh.
Yeah. I guess on days.
Puts it up with 15.
Nice to do.
Another miss by
They were
Brown.
doing that for today.
That miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range these days.
And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. Both teams will make substitutions. Right side, Maxey. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Peyton Pritchard picks one up.
Well, Maxey goes hard at the inside D, basically taking away their good offense.
The floor is space for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But you live by the 3. Some say they settle when the shots are falling.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Pritchard against Maxey. Here's Walsh. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
76ers trail by 6. Maxey with it. Pritchard picks him up. Watford outside. Maxey against Pritchard. Now here's Maxey. Defense right on him. Good work there as it goes. Maxey's got 13.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
He was there for a little bit.
Can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Grimes. He's scoreless. Outside Maxey. Back to Grimes. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Smart pass. You'll have to love that all-around game of Tyrese Maxey.
Boston leading by 4. Here's Pritchard. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Watford. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Outside Grimes. Pass to Bona. Now here's Maxey. It's Grimes on the wing. 6 on the shot clock.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't
I
get the
thought
goal.
These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Andre Drummond is checked in for Philadelphia. Kyle Lowry comes in for Maxey. So one. Well, the Celtics shooting 55%. An ideal start so far. It's
I didn't even throw it to you.
With a steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And the jam by Drummond.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Pritchard with it. No made baskets yet. Oubre passes to Drummond. And Drummond with the jam. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
1 quarter in the
Yeah,
books,
no,
and it's been a close one. Philadelphia on top, up by 1. And we'll return shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
This game has been all about tenacity for them, getting right in the defense's business and winning trip after trip to the line.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this.
Yeah.
The Sixers leading. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre out there with Walker. Then it's Trendon Watford, and it's Drummond in at the center position.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. BA, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Walker. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
On the wing, Tatum. He's covered by Oubre. Pass to Walsh. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Pritchard. On the wing, Tatum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Edwards, he's checked in for Walker.
Substitution on the court.
Philadelphia leading by 5. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Releases. And Drummond with the jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Now here's Grimes. And the jam by Drummond.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
To stop the run. No good on the layup. The 76ers have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Well, Richard, some stars are the system, but Jason Tatum is often admired as a selfless system player.
Yeah, Jason enjoys being a piece of the greater puzzle. He doesn't have to have everything run through him, and I know that makes his teammates happy.
Celtics trail by 9. Outside Tatum. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Off target at the rim. Grimes, the pass to Oubre, and he slams it in one-handed.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Some changes for Philadelphia. Barlow's checked in for Drummond. George comes in for Edwards. And it's Maxey in for Watford. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Tatum passes to Vucevic. George with a steal.
Good instincts to read the path and get in a position to pick it off.
Maxey surveying the D. Driving to the basket. Count the basket. Maxey's got 15 points.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Right side Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. To win the drought. Rebound by Philadelphia. George has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Here's George. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. He's got 6.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. In for Boston. Derek White comes in for Shireman. As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You take a look at the Celtics. With great effort over a long season, they're second in the conference. And, of course, the 76ers. Currently, they're 5 spots behind them.
Checking out Philadelphia, they're in a precarious spot. Every win is so crucial for them right now. And that's why they're approaching the end of the year with this playoff mentality.
And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Now here's Oubre. 17 points for him last game against Boston.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. They trail by 18, coming off that win against the Sixers.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
Brown, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
And, yep, it's good. 8 points for Paul George.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Celtics trail by 20. Brown drives in, and Jaylen Brown gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the 76ers making a change here. Bonus checked in. Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 20-1 run. Here's Maxey. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
George against Brown. No good on the shot. Ooh, nice D from George.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
There's the three. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
George with a steal. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Philadelphia moving it around. The three is up. And the 76ers another three.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Pritchard against Maxey. White looking it over. Again, the miss by Boston.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space. It has to be a great play on each end.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And it's cleared by Vucevic. Boston shooting about 43% on this one. Outside, Brown. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's Oubre. And it's good. 2 points. Oubre's got 4 points this quarter.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
Oubre passes to Barlow. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
T.K.S checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Tatum. Edgecombe, he's checked in for the Sixers. Maxey against Pritchard. Left side, Brown. Shot from the low post is good. Brown's got 13.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Here's Edgecombe. He picked up 10 in his last game. For 3, George. It's hauled in by White. The Celtics shooting at 30% here in the second. It's Brown on the wing. Tipped.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Barlow, defended by Hauser. Here's Maxey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Watch out when Maxey finds his groove like this. He'll just keep coming at you and at you.
Outside, Brown. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Now here's Maxey. coming off a 31-point game against Boston. Here's Edgecombe. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on White. So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from V.J. Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Oh, he's flexing on that finish. These kind of buckets get Brown going.
Maxey against Pritchard. Philadelphia moving it around. Here's Edgecombe. He's got 7. Shot clock at 6. George for 3. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's stolen by Maxey. The 3 from Edgecombe. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got rebound number 7 tonight. The shot from 20 feet out. Rebound by Philadelphia. Barlow's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Maxey, here we go. And the layup is good off the glass. Maxey's got 27.
Well, Maxey's offensive output can be overwhelming. He's so fast and has so many ways to attack you.
And the basket by Brown.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Maxey. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, he's still scoring, but he's gotten away from his first quarter approach when he was attacking the defense and drawing foul after foul.
What I love most about Maxey is his aggressive attitude. When he's out there, he keeps his foot on the gas pedal.
Shireman's checked in for Boston. Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 25-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And another key for them was his rebounding. Just a great effort.
Here's Edgecombe. Boom! He jams it straight down.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
To the paint. Kicks it to George. Here's the 3. Can't get it to drop. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for Philadelphia. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, Coach Nurse, seems like your defensive execution has been pretty sound. What are you seeing from your team?
Really solid, right? Not very many mistakes. We're helping where we're supposed to help. We're sending guys the right direction. Pretty solid.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court show. Drum line. Their measurement of the shot. Shooter. 1/3 for our contestant.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, they've clearly taken a step back as a franchise. You hate to see that. Something isn't right with this team. I don't know if it's personnel, the coaching. Gonna have to make some changes in the offseason.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the 76ers.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed. For this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt, and it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And for Boston, they're shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Pass to White. Outside Tatum. Kept alive. Here's Queta. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Look like a schoolyard playground right there. Here's Tatum. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Barlow's got rebound number 8 now. And George with the jam.
Oh, we've seen George finish it so many times. PG, this man gets up with ease.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Down low. Here's Brown. The shot's good. 21 points for Jaylen Brown.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Back to George. Off the mark there with a 3.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
They get it back. They shoot again. Can't capitalize inside. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you, B.A.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. What, quite a few trips to the line in this one, and he's making them count, shooting 8 of 10 so far. Boston shooting a low 29% since halftime. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Brown, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's George, and the jam by George.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Edgecombe. This one for 3. Queta pulls it in.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Again, the miss by Boston. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. The 3 from Edgecombe. Boston pulls it in.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Pass to White. And it's Bona with a rebound. Bona's got 5 rebounds in the game. Maxey attacking. And when it comes to rebounding, these are the rookies who are leading the pack over the last 10 games. Number 5 is VJ Edgecombe.
The toughness he brings to rebounding the ball is contagious. He's someone that takes pride in hauling in as many boards as he can.
Both free throws good from Maxey. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Brown. And again, unable to change momentum here.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Queta, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Outside White. Here's Brown. And it's Bona with a rebound. Bona's got 6 rebounds here tonight. With the drive, chalk up 2 there. Barlow's got 4 points this quarter.
This team wants Maxey to have the ball in his hands. He is a great decision maker that gets better every year.
Tatum from long range. Rebound by Philadelphia. Barlow's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. White against Maxey. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Brown. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Brown's got 23.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Here's Maxey on the take, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Willing that ball in. Tyrese Maxey has a nose for points.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the
It's about converting them in those opportunities and cashing them in.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense. In terms of scoring, this hasn't been his quarter. Just 1 of 7.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. Do you appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Now here's Tatum. 14 points for him. And it's Bona with a rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
For 3, George. Boston pulls it in.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Tatum finds White. Now Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Vucevic is checked in for Tatum.
Entertainment.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Pass to Grimes. Tatum with a steal. It's stolen by Maxey. Fast break, Philadelphia. Now Oubre. Back to Maxey. Fires from deep. Rebound Boston. Tatum drives in.
You have to put some sort of contact on Tatum off the drive or he will own you all game.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line, Jason Tatum. At the line for 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum. And so Tatum nails both of them.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
Maxey passes to Watford. Outside Maxey. 6 to shoot. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Whoa, slamming it home on the taller defender. What swag.
Pass to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
And for the 76ers, they're shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. Now here's Maxey, and he's got 41 now. Here's Drummond. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Boston has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. White on the wing. Maxey covering. Maxey against White. Here's Vucevic. Misses off the left iron. The 76ers shooting well here in the third, hitting 50% of their shots. Here's Maxey. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. It's stolen by Oubre. It's a one-on-one situation. Drummond against White. The jump hook. The shot by Drummond, no good. Boston's shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Brown can't hit. White against Maxey. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's White. Yep, that one goes. And here is Maxey. He's putting up some terrific numbers, over 28 a game. And that one is hammered home.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Back to Brown. 5 to shoot. And the jam by Brown.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Now here's Maxey. 43 points in the game. That one's good for 2. Maxey's got 45 points.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Right side Tatum. Stolen by Drummond. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Maxey finds Oubre. And he dunks it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 18. And there it is for him. Tatum's got 8 points here in the quarter.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
And Maxey, here we go. And he throws it down with one hand.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Tatum feeling it out a bit. And it's in there. Tatum's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Yeah, just quick and crafty. Maxey really makes it tough on the defenders.
First one falls for him. Edwards, he's checked in for the Sixers. Both free throws good from Maxey. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. It's stolen by Maxey. And there's the drive. The layup off target. Pritchard against Oubre. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. No good on the free throw.
Peyton Pritchard.
And he's good on the second. Here's Watford. Outside Grimes. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Philadelphia on top, just dominating this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Kelly Oubre out there with Edwards. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Watford in at the 1.
Now, what hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Here's Drummond. That shot, no good. Vucevic with some nice D. Boston shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Here's Shireman, covered by Grimes. Here's Tatum. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Watford outside, pass to Drummond. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Off with the layup. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. And for Philadelphia, they're shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Edwards, the pass to Grimes. Offensive rebound. He can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. With the floater, Tatum, good.
Tatum making it look way too easy.
Vucevic against Drummond. Boston with a rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 tonight. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Grimes, the pass to Drummond. To in the cold spell. And the jam by Drummond.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to draw Drummond as my assignment inside. You body him up, hack him, it still has no effect on him.
And it's Tatum missing. So it's Philadelphia now. To the left side wing. Here's Drummond. It's rebounded by Walsh. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. On the wing, Tatum. Takes the 3. And no good.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Drummond inside. Defended by Pritchard. The shot by Drummond, no good. The Celtics have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. On the wing, Tatum. Here he goes. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
See, this is what makes him complete. Tatum doesn't settle. Puts the ball on the floor, uses his length to finish.
And the jam by Drummond.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. The Celtics have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Outside Tatum. Good work defensively by Oubre. Well, the 76ers shooting is around 55% so far. For the finish. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Who's got that big old paw in the passing lane and made something out of nothing.
Now Philadelphia with it. Now here's Drummond. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny. So development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter. And it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in for Vucevic. Brown comes in for Walsh. And Derek White subbed in for Shireman. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Pass to Tatum. Six on the shot clock. Here's Brown. The three. Edwards pulls it in. Outside Grimes. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Boston has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Pass to Brown. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Watford. And a miss there on the triple. The Celtics shooting around 42% as we continue play in the fourth quarter. 11 feet out. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account. And I'll tell you what, the way they're able to pressure the ball and those quick hands, that's what led to an opening.
And as soon as they got the steal, it was off to the races. This is the aggressive mindset that the coaching staff encourages them to maintain.
It's Edwards on the wing. Three-pointer. And Pritchard pulls it down. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Brown. And stolen by Edwards. Oubre passes to Grimes. Boston with a rebound. Outside, Brown. Inside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Oubre's got 6 rebounds in the game. Drummond inside. Second chance effort. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, good whistle there.
And he can't get the first one. And Boston with some changes. T.K.S checked in for Garza. And it's Hauser in for Pritchard. The 76ers also with a sub. Terry's checked in.
He's upped his aggressiveness, wanting to get to the line more and doing just that.
Outside Tatum. To stop the drought. It's hauled in by Oubre. Oubre's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Edwards. Outside Grimes. Here's Terry. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
Watford's checked in for the Sixers. Boston has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Oh, Drummond with the block. They get it back. Back to Tatum. Outside, Brown. Goes back up. It's hauled in by Oubre. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Grimes, the pass to Watford. Here's Drummond. There's the block. Outside Tatum. Pass to White. Brown in the high post. He's against Oubre. The leaner inside. No good. A bit long that time. The 76ers shooting it at 52%. Now here's Grimes. He's guarded by White. Left side Grimes. Boston pulls it in. To end the drought. White can't hit. So it's Philadelphia now. Watford with it. Now guarded by White. And Watford, here we go. And that one's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, a multi-sport survey showed that among respondents, The average age of referees in the U.S. was almost 57. Is that a concern, you think?
Well, we've seen that in the NBA. Older officials retiring and becoming teachers, and the younger generation coming in, still cutting their teeth. Ultimately, they've got to continue to learn and build, and that takes time.
Lowry, he's checked in for Edwards. Here's Keita. Here's Brown, and he comes up with a bucket. Brown's got 29.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Here's Lowry, and he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. That one on Tatum. That free throw no good.
Celtics foul. Jason Tatum. Fifth.
Good on the second one.
Embracing his role as a leader for this squad, Lowry recognizes the importance of this in terms of developing his teammates.
Grimes, the pass to Lowry. Philadelphia moving it around. Intercepted. Hauser with it. Oubre picks him up. Over to the left wing. White on the wing. Hauser outside. It's stolen by Drummond. Watford outside. Tries the spin move. Lowry outside. From the arc. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the 76ers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with another win in the bag, they've racked up 46 total on the year. And what a huge performance it was for Tyrese Maxey.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me. Effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Here's Hauser. And the shot falls short that time. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. To the right side. Here's Watford. Boston pulls it in. 32 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Tatum. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Here's Grimes. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Brown, and the shot's good.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And here's Lowry from the arc. Can't get it to fall. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd